Thank you once again for joining me on this monologue. My name is JIBRIN, and this is my angle. I have been talking about the bane of Nigeria, and it's a very, very fortunate situation. We found ourselves in Nigeria in a very, very unfortunate situation, honestly. Now, I want to talk about this lady, the NYSC lady, who is actually trending. I can't remember her name right now. I wanted to play the video, but I don't need to play that video because literally everyone have seen the video, because she is a trending news right now on social media. And yeah, the truth is, I wish I know it's not possible for all the Nigerian youth, but at least majority of the Nigerian youth to follow suit with what this lady has done. First, I praise her courage. And people have been saying, people have been saying what she said. She called the president a terrible president. What is wrong there? She's just stating the obvious. She didn't insult the president. That's not an insult, according to what we had, the accusation against her from the government. That's not an insult. I have insulted the president, called him names, real insults, deservedly. But she didn't insult the president. She just stated the obvious, that Tinubu is a terrible president, and that's just the reality. I just wish and I hope that Nigerian youths follow suit, because the problem is we Nigerians we are chicken-hearted, we are so weak. We are so afraid, so scared of what the government will do. We're just so scared of someone taking our freedom away, either momentarily or maybe permanently. Who knows? That's the problem. I keep telling people one thing: if you are faced with a situation where, if you act, you will die, and if you don't act, you will die. Whichever way it goes, you will eventually die. Yet, if you are faced with such situation, if we are faced with such situation, yet we fail to be brave, to die, even if we are dying, why can't we die bravely? Why can't we die with a pride? Why do we have to? If it has to be either way, death will come. Then why don't we just really man up and face the death squarely and bravely, instead of dying as chickens and weaklings? That is just it. So this lady, I'm glad that she refused to be intimidated when the NYSC authorities try to blackmail and harass and intimidate her, or threaten and frighten her with power. She should understand. Everybody knows that the NYSC authorities, they didn't do that from the blues. They didn't do that out of their personal desire or prerogative or interest. No, they were ordered to do that. They were instructed to do that, because that is what Tinubu's government does: harassing and intimidating, threatening people. And I wish, because people have been incarcerated, and some people are still under incarceration as I speak right now. I wish and I hope that the way Nigerians stood up and are still standing up in unity, in support of this NYSC lady, brave lady, who did the needful. As we are support, I hope and pray that we will all wake up and begin to fight for those people that are under incarceration right now for doing what this copper did. Some of them didn't do exactly didn't even do up to what the copper did. But some of them are journalists, some of them are just political commentators. They are under incarceration. Why can't we do the same thing? Rise up, all of us, rise up and fight for them, so that they can be free. Because that's the problem. That is the problem so many of us have. That is this excuse me, this is one of our fears why we don't want to, some of us don't want to criticize the government, because again, I've called so many people to be on this show and they'll ask exactly what am I driving? What is it that is my vision? What am I pursuing? And I open up to them. They say, no, they can't be on this show because they don't want to be picked up by the government. They don't want to be targeted. They don't want to be incarcerated. That if they incarcerate, if they are picked up, nobody will come and save them. Nobody will speak for them. Nobody will fight for them. And somehow, that is the truth. So we have to start fighting for those people who have the courage, who have the guts, those people who have that fighting spirit to do what we cannot do. Then let us fight for them. The moment they are able to do it and they get into trouble, let us rise up for them and support them. Be there for them. Again, let us even start from those people that are under incarceration right now by Tinubu and his attack dogs. Honestly. Because I felt so impressed to see that Nigerians rose up for this lady, this copper, and are really, really behind him. And Showore again is at the forefront of it, and that's good. I think I've said so much about Showore, his activism. That's excuse me. That is exactly where I respect him for that. That's what he's good at. He can never be a good guy. Showore can never be a good president. He can never get there. So I will never support him for political position. That's just it. But activism, we need people like him, just like what Gani Fawehinmi did when he was alive. May he so rest in peace. We need people like him to actually actually keep government and the establishment on their toes, to buffet them and antagonize them, to be uncomfortable. That is justice. So back to the issue of the moment. Obviously, with what is happening, that girl, that lady, the copper, nothing will happen to her. The moment something has attracted public or national interest or attention, the government will withdraw. And that's exactly what is happening. And I hope and pray and appeal to us to actually apply this same measure, this same technique on every situation, on every such situation in the future. That whenever someone says the truth about the government, criticizing the government rightfully, and the government goes after them, we should stand up for those people. We should learn to stand up, just like we are standing up for this copper. So that is just the reality in this country, unfortunately. Thank God for that copper. And I hope what she did, and I believe, trust Nigerians. One thing with Nigerians is that they like copying. You will see so many people start coming, so many youths now will start making videos of exactly what she did. They will start replicating it. Again, I hate people copying, but the truth is, if this is what it will take for Nigerian youths to begin to speak out, begin to do the needful, criticize the government, let it be. So be it. Because we really, really have to be able to identify and be sensitive to what our breaking point is. If I can't believe it that we Nigerians up till now, we do not understand that we as Nigerians, we have gotten to our breaking point. I still can't understand why we can't feel it, we can't see it, we can't hear it. That hey, this is your breaking point. And every human being's breaking point attracts reaction. When are we expected to start reacting? Is it that we still do not consider all these our pains and struggles in Nigeria to be a breaking point yet? Is it until we are all in the grave that we'll be able to understand that, yes, we have gotten to our breaking point, the grave where we no longer will be permanently silenced, where we can no longer speak? Is it until we get there that we'll be able to identify our breaking point? I hope not. And like I said earlier, even though I don't like copying people, I hate people copying others. Even if the youths will copy this lady, this copper, and begin to produce the same thing, let everyone begin to speak. Let us utilize the potency of the social media and begin to do the needful. Contribute the little you can contribute. The way you can contribute is everyone has a widow. No matter how poor you are, I'm not talking about money right now. No matter how poor you are in any form or shape, you have a widow's mind to contribute in anything. In the Nigerian situation, your contribution, your widow's mind is just social media. All you need is just some few megabytes of data. Record 1 minute, that 60 seconds video, 2 minutes video. Post it on social media. Let us go on rampage and start criticizing government. If the revolution will start online, let it so be it. Because I believe that except revolution occurs, we will continue this corrupt government, and the establishment will remain entrenched, will remain perpetual upon us, unless and until there is a revolution. Call it violence or violent revolution, which that is the one I even believe, because that's the only one, that's the only revolution that can actually bring the desired change in Nigeria. Violent revolution. No pain, no gain. So if it will start through social media by the youths advocating for the right government and criticizing bad government and governance, so be it. If that is the way it will start, or where it will start from, so be it. So let us pick up our arms. The arms I'm talking about is the social media is your weapon. Use whatever weapon, use your skill. Some people, your weapon might be you are outspoken, you are eloquent, you are charismatic. So if that is your own weapon, use it, apply it. Everybody should contribute to contribute whatever you have to the discourse, to the public discourse. That is just it. Let us just come out and fight this menace called the Nigerian establishment that are just recycling themselves. Every 4 years they just recycle. Give this one button, just like what do you call it? This race I did such that race when I was in secondary school those days. What do you call it? Relay. 200 by 200, 400 by 400 relay, 200 by 200, 2 by 4 relay, 4 by 4, 2 by 4, 4 by 4 relay. I did such race. That's exactly what they are doing, giving themselves batting. 4 by 4, 400 by 400. You go around the field and come back to where you started from. That's exactly what they are doing. They give each other a baton. And after 4 years, it comes to 4 years again. They start all over again. Start giving those people that they gave in the beginning. They start giving them again, handing baton of leadership over back to them. That's what they've been doing to us and with us and against us from the foundation of Nigeria. It will not be well with them. I'm telling you, it will not be well with all these evil leaders, both the ones that have led us before, that put us where we are today, that got us where we are today, and the ones that are leading now. It will not be well with them. Honestly. Because even though the Bible says we should pray for our leaders, those in authority. I think the Bible was actually talking about, or is still talking about, the leaders that has good intention, but because they lack wisdom, because they lack courage, because they lack the strength, the will to do the right thing, they keep failing. Those are the kind of leaders that God commands us to pray for. But leaders that are deliberately evil in their intentions, deliberately amassing wealth, fleecing us. We don't expect leaders like that are called the people, they are the people the Bible called or calls reprobates. Remember in the book of is it Timothy? Romans. He said, because I think Romans chapter 1. Because they refuse to retain God in their hearts, God has given them up to a reprobate mind, to continue in those things that are unseemly. That is what the book of Romans says. So such leaders are reprobate. You don't pray for reprobates. That is just it. I remember in the book of Jeremiah, I think, and Isaiah, two different places in the Old Testament where that God asked Jeremiah to not to pray for the Israelites. That was when God was angry with the Israelites. He said, don't pray for them, because this prayer, or this one you are praying now, right now, I won't answer you. I won't answer you until they face the punishment that I have designed for them, because at this point, their hearts, they've set up idols in their hearts. Their hearts have been intentionally polluted. They have set up idols in their hearts. That's exactly the same thing we're talking here. So leaders, I always desire to pray, and I believe the leaders that God asks us or commands us to pray for are leaders that have good intention for their countries, good intention for their people. But because of their natural weaknesses, they kept failing, or they keep failing. Those are the kind of people that God asks us to pray for. Not leaders that are intentionally evil. They know, they are smart, they are intelligent, they know what to do to better the lot of the lead. I mean, to better the lot of their citizens. Yet they refuse to do it because it does not benefit them personally. They are after personal interests. What benefits them? Selfish interest. They are all self-seeking. So don't come to me and tell me, hey, I'm a Christian, God says we should pray for our leaders. Not this kind of leaders. These leaders that we have today, it will not be well with them because they are evil. And this is my angle.